Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I will be teaching you how to create this marble design using dip powder. So to start off this design, first I will be doing one dip of Clean Slate from Sparkle & Co.'s 2020 New Year's Eve collection. So here I am taking my Rebel Nail Pro Base and I'm going to be applying it over the entire swatch stick from cuticle to free edge, making sure to apply it in thin and even layers. Then once you're done applying your base, you're going to dip once into the powder. After I dip the swatch stick into the powder, I am just using my finger to press down any of the glitters that may be sticking up, and then once that's done, I'm just gonna dust off any of the excess powder with a fluffy brush. Next, I will be taking this French dipping mold and I will be filling it with clear acrylic powder. So as you can see here, I do have a few clears that you can use. I prefer to use anything that's cheaper. So if you have some from like Rebel Nail or Sparkle & Co., I would save that and use the cheaper brands like what I'm showing here in this video. So with your clear, you're going to fill up the mold pretty much all the way, and the reason why I'm using clear is to try and save as much of my dip powder colors as possible. So normally the traditional way that you marble, you usually pour both of the colors that you want and then you marble it from there. So the next color that I will be using is called Countdown Kisses, and this is also from Sparkle & Co.'s 2020 New Year's Eve collection. So now that you have all of your colors laid out, what you're going to be doing is taking a cuticle pusher or another swatch stick, and you're going to be taking small amounts of each of the color and sprinkling it on top of the clear. So this is what I mean by you're going to be saving a lot of powder, because instead of having to use equal volumes of both of your colors, you're going to be using most of the clear dip powder, which you can, like I said, you can buy it pretty cheap on Amazon or Sally's Beauty Supply. So you're saving a lot of your actual colored powders. So now I am taking this small dotting tool, but you can use a toothpick or an orange wood stick, whatever you can find, and you're just going to be swirling the powder on top. So you can make whatever design that you want. You can kind of just wing it if you really want to. So just take that dotting tool or orange wood stick and just swirl the powder until you are happy. Here I added a little bit more pink because I felt like it just needed a little bit more, so you can go back and add powder as much as you want, and before you dip your nails, just make sure you shake it side to side just to level out the powder. So when you're happy with the design, you're going to take your nail and you're going to apply a layer of Pro Base from cuticle to free edge, and then you're going to dip it into the area that you like. So here I chose this specific spot, and so once I apply the Pro Base, I'm just going to dip the swatch stick into the spot that I like. So here I noticed that there was still a little bit of wetness left over, so I just went back in for another dip. Once I shook the powder side to side to flatten it out, I noticed here that there is still enough design left for another dip. So you can do more than one nail. So I believe for each time that I added the powder and the design and swirled it, I think I was able to do 2 to 3 nails. And then once you come to a point where it does not look like there's enough design left, all you have to do is just add more powder on top, swirl, and repeat. So once you are finished with all of your nails, what you're going to do, or what I did here, is I took the leftover powder and I just poured it into this cupcake liner. So instead of me using brand new clear, I decided to just reuse this, is what I did for my mani as well, so not just the swatch. So I just decided to mix all of it together and I just used it to encapsulate my design. So now all you're going to do is apply another layer of Pro Base from cuticle to free edge, and then you're just going to lay or dip your nail into the clear. So we are capping this in clear so that when we file, shape, and buff, we don't ruin the design that we just created. Now that we are done capping the design in clear, we're going to activate the nails. So here I'm using Rebel Nails Activator, which is their step 2, and I like to apply 2 coats. You can definitely get away with 1, but my personal preference is to do 2. After you finish applying your 1 to 2 coats of activator, you're just going to let it sit for about 1 to 2 minutes. After you let the activator dry, you're going to take a file and you're going to file shape and buff the nails. So I start off with the sides just to get the shape the way I want, and then I file on top. Once I'm done using the file, I like to go in with these orange buffing blocks. So here I actually glue 2 of them together. 1 is just a little bit uncomfortable for me to hold in my hand, so 2 just makes it a little bit more comfortable. After I finish filing, shaping, and buffing, I'm going to go in with my activator and top coat. So I actually have an in-depth video of how I apply the activator and the top coat, so I will leave it in the iCards above just so you can refer back to that if you want a more in-depth video. But pretty much all I do is apply a coat of activator, let it dry for a little bit, and then I take these blue paper towels and I use one to wipe off the excess activator on the nail, and then the second one just to wipe my step 3 brush on just so I don't contaminate the liquid. So just to do a quick little recap for this video, after you finish wiping off the excess activator with the lint-free paper towel, you're going to go in with your first coat of the finishing gel. So this first coat doesn't have to be perfect. You can just apply 1 to 2 strokes, and then you're going to allow that to dry for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then you're going to go in with your second coat. So this second coat is going to be more detailed, and then just make sure you cap your free edge. So once you finish applying your second coat of finishing gel, you're just going to allow that to completely dry for about 1 to 2 minutes. And once it's completely dry, that is a completed design. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I really hope you guys learned something new today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye!